Alright, this is a quick video for the Vidar Tier 2 Uncommon 3-star anti-Borg ship, which I think originally this is like a Romulan ship in the story. If you go to the details, all the way at the bottom. But somebody asked me, what does it require? Actually, Shay from my alliance, so hi, he's from actually Israel. So it's, it's different at each tier. And I can't show you the ones I've already done, but I did a video. I just can't find it by title. It might have been grouped together with other things, so I'll try to find it. If not, I can definitely do it on my second account, which also has a Vidar. So this is actually my first account. So we got charged nanoprobes, and now how you get these, you actually have to shoot Borg probes. It looks like this mechanical egg flying around. And then you refine it in your refinery, which is a new item you get once you finish the Vidar. Like, it doesn't appear in there until it's actually been built and completed. And you see that animation here. And interceptor parts. So it's the same ones that'll fit on any other interceptor in all the factions. So this is not different. So it is a lot of parts. So it's like 309. Plus uncommon refined crystal, and some titanium, and some dilithium. So 1 million of titanium, and almost 100,000 of dilithium crystals. And now you want to compare that with like tier 1, which I haven't even started. I think I did. So if you want to look at the cargo bay, it's the same stuff, but now it's in a different order. That's kind of weird. Like the charged nanoprobes are on this side. You're using less titanium here, but this does less. It just increases your cargo capacity a little and your protected cargo. So if you gotta farm more in a Borg system, it's a little better. But honestly, it doesn't increase any of your defensive or offensive or attack stats. So. But while we're waiting for the second emulator to load, and if you're wondering what kind of specs you need to run both, that's a great question. I recommend at least 2 gigahertz. Now, if you're gonna go with the oldest, Pentium 3 1.1, and you want to try the Celeron or i5, it's gonna struggle. You're talking about the most budget computer instead of half a budget here. So there's only 3 as far as I know. There's an i5, i7, and an i3. Right, I meant to say i3. The i3 is the weakest, slowest, cheapest one, and it's okay for word processing, or if you're even making this game and you're editing, but to actually run it at full speed, it's gonna be hard with the i3, which I haven't used yet, but I've seen people use, and I used a bunch of Pentium processors and then Celeron. We have one of those old Celerons still. So it always lags hard. It can run like Star Trek Armada, but not very long. The processor's okay, but the video card that was in there burned out. So it always had a lot of lag issues. So I don't recommend it if you can get one that's a little better, because i5s are most popular. And sometimes the same price, they'll sell it at the same price, or it's only a few dollars more, $10, $15 more, so it's worth the cost. Now, if you want my help to, find stuff on eBay, and I can do it free of charge. The first 15 minutes, give you the link, show you how to use the filters. Just to look at the listings. You don't have to log in. It doesn't cost anything to look. You can compare the prices. And if you want to find a local one, you can go to OfferUp, or letgo.com. And those are actually local listings that are in your city, and message those people. On eBay, you can too, in your state, but usually it comes from a different city for some strange reason. Some stuff you can find in your own city, but often the selection is pretty small. So the other thing is you can go to a local laptop shop and then kind of see ones in person, test them out, see if you can buy one that way. But I purchase stuff online because I usually get things that are guaranteed, has a warranty, has a full refund, has a phone number, has a company name, they have the detailed specs, and I've tested it once buying the cheapest laptop I could. You know, even when I first bought stuff on eBay, it was something that was only $1. I built my way up, and it seemed like a good deal, and it actually came and it worked, and it looked like the thing that was in the photo, and the specs were the same. So it was a really great job by those people. You know, they basically work for eBay, but under their own company name and title. So over here, oh, somebody destroyed my ship. Now that happens. Also, if you have 2 accounts, you can run the PvP event alone, which sometimes is easier because you find that people in alliances have trouble moving their, you know, base and stuff, and it's easier to move the one that has like more. Wow, we got 100 bars of Latin. Oh my god. I kind of missed like 16,000 points yesterday because I finished construction, or not tier up of the what ship was it? Sorry, the D3. So I'm kind of disappointed in myself for not waiting. It was only like 20 minutes early because we don't know exactly ahead of time what's in here. It's in the container. So in this software there is a schedule ahead of time, but we're trying to find it all. Only people who are passionate about programming and patient will find it. So I hope I'm one of those people. So here's D3 here. I know I promised the Vidar, but let's just take a look at this first. So it's the same interceptor parts here. You know, the supply's lower. We got more common gas. You know, it's 150 units. The second number is how much total I have. And then we'll upgrade here. And I don't like to do the cargo bay first, but we'll do the, let's see, we'll do this here. I'm gonna save the token, so sometimes you just want to put enough here. I'm just gonna use a 1 million, because I'm definitely gonna do the next upgrade. So for some reason there's only 2 weapons upgrades, only 5 here? I didn't really notice that. I guess they're more powerful than, usually there's 6, so, but like your first ships only had 5. Now I could use 8 tokens here, but I'm gonna use one of my 1 mils. You wonder where I got all these from. That was from the last Borg event where you get war funds. And then I'm gonna actually just use some XP here. Now I saved some important events and need this. You get 8 points for every point of XP. So if you have only a few, you know, tens of thousands, try to save and you'll be happy. There's events where you just use it and you're almost done with the whole event. It's easier. Or even with officer XP. So that's you know, upgrades for the D3, which is a Klingon ship. Now we're actually gonna take a look at that cargo bay. I want to see the tier up time on here. Oh, okay, so it's just 22 parts, 170 common. I'm gonna use it, even though I need some of this for the Horizon. I'd rather have this ship than the Horizon right now. Even though the Horizon is more useful, it's very weak. Even at tier 6 is what I got. So it's a 2-day. I need to do some missions to get my speed up supplies up. So plus I need that port open too right now since I just opened things up. Now if you're wondering about Vidar crews, you can use any crew that you got. You know, everybody unlocks crews and they're all at different levels, so it's not the same for everybody. There's recommendations by different gamers, but your strongest crew are the one that gives you the best repair time. So I use Marla because she reduces my repair time down, right? But she doesn't reduce the repair resources. That's actually like a research, I think, that does that in your station research. So like interceptor repair. Anyways, so we need only 5 charged nano probes. So, and then how much do we need here? So you can see the numbers are a little lower. This is like a tier 1, I think. Right? Yeah, it's tier 1 still. So I need like 35 and then 120, so total of like 155 charge nano probes. So maybe I'll get that. I don't need it today, but if there's another Borg event in the future, I will need it. Most likely, at least a few times that day, if I'm even here. So because this is kind of like a retired account for me, so I'll just keep in there until I can come back. It supports my first account. Sometimes I need more offensive power. It's just easier to make another ship on this side. But my VOC is still superior right now. You know, power-wise, it still performs better. It's still a bit tougher, so I'm gonna bring that back. So you can see the tier 1 requirements there for that ship. Now, so there you go. Now you're wondering about other things like warp range and all that. You can take a look. This is a tier 2 with the warp upgrade. And without Cadet Scotty, I already got 29 warp range. That's pretty good. You can get up to like Pika with this thing easily. And use it to hold your rocks or defend yourself up there if you need to. So now I'm actually trying to load something real quick. See, now this is one small tip or word of advice. Double or triple check. Sometimes I even check 4 or 5 times. And keep a notebook, like a full-size one, for just this game or your games in general. Okay, I was checking to see if the Alliance Unity was down on this account. It is. So that's it. So we'll just leave this up for you guys to look at here. These other stats here are kind of important, you know, for different people. They're really interested in certain stats. And, here's the story here. It said it was created as an ultimate weapon of Romulus. So this is a Romulan-based ship. So that's why it kind of looks like, you know, it's coming from there, but it's kind of spiky, like a. It looks like the head of a shrimp or something, like a prawn shrimp. So this is your kinetic railgun MK3 too. So even though this 3 looks like for tier 3, it's actually only the 2nd tier. So maybe it's mislabeled or advanced labeled. Alright, well, because I guess you start with a set when it's built, right? And so technically, you just don't see it, so that makes sense, right? Anyways, that's it for the tier 1 and tier 2 Vidars. I'll try to dig up that video, or if I find it, I'll relabel it. I might have to split it up and give it a new label. So that's it. If you have any more questions and comments, please put it below. This is on Vimeo, and maybe you can still do it, or wherever. And that's it for this show. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.